Hello, YouTube fans. Here again. As I've done James Bond before, whether it be the original actor, one of the actors who could have been Bond, and so on, I mentioned to do this one. And that was the original singers who originally was going to sing to a Bond film. Why not? Why not? So without ado, I'm going to start this. It's going to be a fun roller coaster ride. It's going to be a fun ride just to think of the original artists, original singers who's going to sing to a James Bond film. Why not start with this one? The original one for On Your Majesty's Secret Service, and this will definitely take people by surprise, was going to be no other than the King of Rock and Roll. That's right, Elvis Presley. Originally, believe it or not, in 1968, was going to be offered the role to sing to the next Bond movie, On Your Majesty's Secret Service. But there was a lot of reasons, and I'm going to get to those reasons why he never got that look to there. And instead, the role got to sing would be Nick Armstrong, who we all know sang What a Wonderful World, sang to We've Got All the Time in the World. Remember it? We've got all the time in the world. I'm not going to kill the rest of the song. And as we all know, it's the last song, sadly to say, Nick Armstrong sang. We all know not long after he sang that song, he sadly passed away. May he rest. But there's a lot of reasons why Elvis Presley did not have the looks he was singing to the film. One at the time of 68, before 1969, it did his 1968 comeback. I know at the time he was doing a lot of films, like Blue Wire, Deals, Funny in Acapulco, which funny enough had a form of Bond stir in it, being Ursa Answers, and so on. And at the time, a lot of people were a bit weary. I mean, he come out the movie business, he was getting back into the music business. They didn't want to rush things. It would have been, well, himself is going to be as big as what he was from the 50s. He's coming back in the music business. And as we all know, he made it big. He went around in the 70s. We all know he sadly passed away in 77. And at that time, they didn't want to take a chance. But it's a bit of me that's wondering what it would have been like to have the king of rock and roll, Elvis the Pelvis, sing to a Bond film. Sadly to say, it will never happen now. But it would have been interesting. And the next one, believe it or not, was to Man with the Golden Gun, being Poison Ivy. Being Poison Ivy, yeah. And it's Tupac from Poison Ivy, Stu's out for summer and all that. Well, Poison Ivy meaning Mary's Tupac. Originally, he was going to sing Man with the Golden Gun. And I would have been interested. It would have been really, really good. But at the time, music company and the one that did all the music songs, one of the Bond movies, didn't see he had potential. And he decided to go with Lulu. Now, of all the Bond ones, Lulu, I like Lulu. I didn't mind the song. People say it was shit, man made the down and down and all that. But I remember seeing it where she did a poor version of Suri Passer. She started out like Suri Bassi back in 1974. And there's a bit of me that loved to see what it would have been like had Alice Cooper would have stabbed the role to sing Man with the Golden Gun. Because we all remember Alice Cooper from Poison Ivy, and so on. And we all know Alice Cooper did have to look to singing to a film, but not to a Bond film, but to the Six, Friday the 13th, and Man with the Mask. Man without the mask. Which always had me wondering whether it was a love letter to a Bond film. Have you ever seen the Six, Friday the 13th? There's a funny opening with Jason Voorhees. He's walking the talks, he folds a knife, you get blood straighting down. Whether that was a love letter to Alice Cooper from Poison Ivy, because we all know that he never had to look to the singing Man with the Golden Gun. And I'd loved to have seen what it would have been like if Alice Cooper was going to sing Man with the Golden Gun, but never ever got to be. And the next one from 1981, well, originally was going to be 1980, was going to be Blondie in For Your Eyes Only. Not making this shit up. 1980 before 81, the choice was going to be Blondie. And her version was, I remember hearing her version of For Your Eyes Only, totally different than the one that we got. And in one way, even though I like Blondie, I like some of her songs, I'm kind of happy didn't this was a choice but was not to be. I like the song, I remember hearing it, and I remember it's totally different than the one we heard from Cena Easton. It was like, For Your Eyes Only, only and only. And I can't remember the rest of the fucking lyrics, but it's more 70s. It definitely was not sort of like the 80s. I can respect the version of Blondie, and it sounded peed off that they never actually had it in a special feature on DVD, the version of Blondie. I would have loved to see what it would have been like, but I think at this point, I don't know, it just didn't feel like a Bond film. There's bits where it does, where it goes, You're only the spy you stood. I can't remember the rest of the fucking lyrics, but I do remember the version of Blondie's version of Your Eyes Only. And you know what I mean, it never got to be. They decided to pick Cena Easton, who was at the time still a new artist. You know what I mean, he was around in the 80s with My Baby, Words, 9 to 5, and all songs like that. And they decided to pick the choice of having Cena Easton, which the first got that beautiful music video that was later used for the main tickets for the Bond movie, For Your Eyes Only, for the very first time ever you actually have the music singer in the main tickets of For Your Eyes Only. Which I gotta admit, they made the right choice on that one. I like Blondie, I like the version of it, but I do think they made the right choice having Cena Easton for the Bond movie For Your Eyes Only. Now the next one, even though it's technically it's a Bond movie, technically it's not, it's Never Say Never Again. This is the point where I have to say the Joel's poorly. And the reason I'm imitating Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, at the time they had the Battles of the Bond. I remember saying this, rewind back, go to the one from James Baldwin, right? They had Battles of the Bond, and they were all in competition with Roger Moore and Sean Connery. Now, Sean Connery decided he didn't want this artist to sing the theme, because the original song, Never Say Never Again, the original one is a hell of a lot better than the shit we had to sit all. Because I remember singing a bit of it. It was called I Never Say Never Again, Only a Fool to Lie. And I can't remember the rest of the fucking lyrics to that. If I do, I'll kill the fucking song. But the original one, if there's a way I could play it without copyright, I would. But there's a beautiful, I remember saying this, there's a beautiful thing what somebody did, a love letter to that, where it does have the original an opening, the ball shot, you know, the dumb barrel, the blood going down, you Sean Connery, and then it goes to him with the team, remember Never Say Never Again, but he gets stabbed in the arm, it shows that, and then it goes where it shows all of these fences, whether it be Dr. No, From Russia With Love, Goldfinger, all them, it shows them all, like what you do if you have a Bond tickets. And then you've got the original song, I Never Say Never Again, Only a Fool. And I'm not going to do the rest. Instead, what we do get is a middle-aged man running around in a fucking jungle. It looks like a fucking jungle. And then you've got, Never say never again. I never say never again. I never say never again. I know that sounds horrible. I know right now your ears are fucking bleeding, but that is what the fucking artist sounds like. And this is what Sean Connery told over the original song was a hell of a lot better than the one we got. A hell of a lot better. It sucks fucking ass. It sucks fucking assholes. Why the hell was Sean Connery smoking? What the fuck was he on when he decided to fuck off the original artist and had never again, and never again. Oh my fucking. It's horrendous. The song is the worst song ever compared to date artists like The Rings, Live and Let Die. Compared to artists like Shirley Bassey, Goldfinger, compared to date artists like Duran Duran, A Food to a Kill, compared to fucking songs like Aha, The Living Daylights, the list goes on. You get Never, and it's like, seriously, is that not irritating? Does that not make your fucking ears bleed? And it did it when I pulled my ear. Yeah, it fucking does. So he chose that song, Connery, because he had the option of picking a choice and he was into jazz music. I never think even went with a Bond film. Instead, you get that compared to the original song. That is the worstest one ever. Ever. I'd have loved to seen an alternation of that Bond film with the original song to Never Say Never Again. I really would. But the other ones, I could take them or leave them. I would have loved to see Alice Cooper sing these versions of Man with the Golden Gun, which I can tell you is a hell of a lot better. I'm kind of curious what it would have been like if Blondie would have done For Your Eyes Only, but on this occasion I just think the bit Riser have been seen at Eastern, which again was a good artist. I would have been interested to hear what Elvis Presley would have been like on Magic Ticket Surface, which even today makes me giggle thinking Elvis, King of Rock and Roll, singing to a Bond film. That to me is like the ultimate redeem. Even my dog got excited over that. But I don't mind Nick Armstrong. I do like the love song. We've got all the time in the world. It was the last song he ever sang before he sadly passed away. May he rest. So yeah, these were the original artists, original singers. What was going to sing to the Bond films back in the golden days. There's probably some I've probably missed out. Who originally were going to sing to Bond films. If there is, let me know. I'll be interested. If there's any I missed out. But into them, be smart, be safe. See you later.